Hey guys, this is Julie. How are you? We had a uneventful day. It was sort of like, hard to stay awake. Um, but I think it will get a little bit better as we get past this roll and into Monday, going into the last week of the year. Hopefully we'll catch a little bit of a relief rally. Today, the 5660, that was the quarterly Black-Scholes model settlement at the money strike was the pin, and we also pinned the weekly mean area. So the 5660 was that weekly one, and then we pinned the 7-day mean and hung out on this area. So finally broke up and went to that 5615, 5715. So from 5660 to 5715, and then it just took off right there at 3 o'clock. This is our um, market on close. So our market on close order came in very hot. Let's take a look at this. So they're positioning for Monday already, sending it up a little bit. So we held the resistance. Or this, I'm sorry, we held the support. I was there we go. Held the support. The monthly 3 held it, the resistance, and they're trying to break it, but that market on close could not get past the monthly 3. Look at that. So we had a good market on close candle and it could not get past the monthly 3. That is amazing. That's how strong our monthly 3 is. That is incredible. Mm-mm-mm. So maybe not. I mean, maybe it is stuck. So maybe not so fast. That's interesting. I mean, right there, that is very interesting because those markets on close, those can take off. Yep, that is amazing. It got stopped. Okay, so, all right, let's look at this again. We had our 6-month one sitting there. This is the bottom of it. Let me go ahead and make the top of it thick so that you can see it. All right. There's our 6-month one. They're not letting it go back up there. Look at that. They're pinning it. First, the monthly 3, and then just a little bit above that. So, it would have to, gap up pretty significantly Sunday to get above all that. It's got some room to get back up there, but them being stopped from that market on close order, that's interesting. That's a big tell. Okay. So, it's just so hard to figure these trades out on these rolls and closes and things. The SPX, what we do know is it also got stopped at its monthly three, and they don't want to have to hedge 55.65 again, and we're not that far from it. So we're 100 points from it. 2 days, 3 days from it, down days, 2 days. All right. So this monthly three, is that a 30-day or a monthly? It's a monthly, so it's not going away. Um, the 30-day can change more frequently because it's a calendar day distribution, and if you get a new high or low within the 30 days, it can change it. But the monthly distribution is anchored to either the open or the prior close. So it doesn't fluctuate that much. It can fluctuate a little bit, but not as much as the calendar days. So this is very, very interesting. We got stopped on a dime at the monthly threes. The NQ and the NDX give me a little bit more hope for a rally, and that's because they got back that they have more room to get to their 6-month levels. I guess I don't have that chart up here. Hit it real quick. Here we go. See, we've got room to get up there. That's on the close. Let me see if the open is a little bit higher. Yeah, the open's a little bit higher. Let's use the open. Um, so we can get up to about 450, and we're at 19,950. We can get up to 2450. We have more room to run, headroom, than we do in the ES. So we can have a bifurcated market. We're also above the monthly three. So the NQ has more upside potential than the ES does. So we could have, a split market where the NQ goes higher and the ES stays flat or down. That would be interesting. Okay. But here, this is just, that is that is clear resistance. I mean, if you don't understand that, there's nothing I can do to help you. But these are statistical levels showing, they have their risk sitting on top of that monthly three. And the reason they have their risk sitting on top of it is because it already broke, right? They already moved their risk out. So when they move their risk out, they move it behind it to block it to go back in. So they had a little bit of a break in here, but they kept sending it back down, and now they're blocking it altogether from going back in. So if they do move the risk, they'll have to move it all the way back up in here. And they may be trying to get it, you know, back down to 55.83. And when we look at our options tomorrow in training, we'll go through the option sheet and take a look at it and see where they're positioning next week for 55.83, 55.70, and see if that's going to have a chance to get tested. I also want to take a look at 55.65 and lower and see what's going on down there. But I can tell you that there's a lot more puts coming into this market than there were calls this morning when I was doing my review. So I'll take another look at the options, tomorrow with you, and we'll position ourselves around these levels. But today, I was really happy that our report worked out almost perfectly. In fact, it was perfect, wasn't it? Where it said 5660, and let's take a look at it. I pass it. This is too long. I'm going to have to shorten this. I mean, I liked having a comprehensive report, but you can't find anything. Where was my... Here it is, projected range. And is this even today's report? Yep, here it is. 5660 for the projected range, the downside 5660, and the upside 5715. So, I mean, it nailed it perfectly for our initial short-term projected range, 5660 and 5715. So it was right. We had the right sheet. I don't know what I was thinking about. So it did everything correctly. I think I was thinking about 5615 earlier. So it was 5715 and 5660. It nailed it. It was just spot on. So, but this is a good report. This morning, it's just it was long, and I need to probably synthesize it a little bit better. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. If you like a long, comprehensive report, or would you rather have it stripped down and just get you the trade plan? Okay. We'll work out a template for everyone. Get you something that's more conducive for actionable trade um, setups. All right. I hope y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you in training in the morning, and talk to you then. Thank you. Have a good night.